Now, the ability to have multi-screen video is one of those things that you guys have been asking for a long time. Now, this application is absolutely free. It works great on your Firestick, on your NVIDIA Shield, and it really will give you the ability to enjoy multi-screen video. Here, for example, we can see on the top left, I'm enjoying some business news. On the top right, we have some automotive content. On the bottom right, it's I think America's Strongest Man, and the bottom left is some cartoons. So true multi-screen that we can enjoy on all of our devices, absolutely free. So please do take a moment to hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, let's get started. If you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest Firestick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. So I'm doing my demonstration on the Amazon 4K Firestick, but you can follow this process on any other Android device. Now, to start the process, I'm going to start Downloader, and let's make a quick connection to my website, which is just tdoctoruk.com, or you can use a short code 53402. Type that in and click on Go. Now, this will take you directly to my website, where I have created a tutorial before for one of my other videos, which was the free playlist, the legal playlist, giving you access to those 10,000 channels. Now, on that same tutorial, I've added a link to this new application. So let's click on the hamburger menu, which is one with the 3 lines, and then click on tutorials. And we're looking for the first one in the list, which is this 10,000 one. So let's click on that. We can now scroll down. Now, in this demonstration, we need to download 2 things, which is this new application and also one of those playlists. So let's scroll down. So the application I'm using in this video is called this Smart Pro. So you want to download that first. Once you've downloaded that, now you need one of these playlists. So in this demonstration, I'm going to use this USA UK legal playlist. Let's click on that. Now, as I mentioned before in all my videos, these things are hosted online. And to get to them, they're actually on a Mediafire page. So when you click on this green download button, this one here, this will take you to that Mediafire page, where you'll then see a big download button. The trouble is, occasionally when you click on this download button, you see an advert. And if you see that advert, all you need to do is just press back on the remote and click on download again. So let's see in my demonstration, do we go through or do we see an advert? Let's click there now. Let's look at the address bar. We can see it still says Mediafire, and my download is now starting. So in my example, I was able to download the playlist, and we can confirm that it does go into the downloader folder. I can click on done. Let's go back, and let's now download the new Smart Pro application. So click on that. Let's click on the green download button first. And once we get to that Mediafire page, we can now click on this big blue button here. So click on that. Give that a second. Oh, we can see my example, no adverts, and that starts downloading straight away. But again, if it goes off to another page, just press back on the remote and click on download again. Click on install and install the application. Once both are done, let's now press the home key. So here we can see the new application that we've just installed, and we've also downloaded one of those legal playlists from our website. Let's now start this application for the first time. Now, the application has a very basic layout. It's very easy to use, and the great thing is, not only does it work on your TV devices like your Firestick, like your NVIDIA Shield, but it also works on your touchscreen devices like your cell phones, like your tablets. Now, we can see that the first thing that the application asks you is what kind of device you're using. So as we're doing this on my 4K Firestick, I'll leave the default as TV and click on save. That's now all done. Now, we have a couple of options here, but in our example, because we've already downloaded that playlist from our website, we're going to select the first option, which is to load a local playlist. So let's click on that. We now need to give the application access to our internal storage. So let's click on allow. Now, for the name, we can call it whatever you like. So in this one, because I'm going to use the USA playlist, I'll just call this one USA 1. I'm now going to click on browse because we need to find that playlist that we've downloaded. And as I mentioned before, anything that you download with the downloader application will appear inside the downloader folder. So let's click on internal storage. Let's now scroll down, and we're looking for that downloader folder. You'll see there's one called download, but it's not that one. Just under that, we have downloader. Let's click on that, and we can now see all of those M3U playlists. So in this example, I'm going to go for this one here, which just focuses on those USA and UK channels. Let's click on that, and we now click on Add User. And this basically creates a profile with that playlist and then adds it to the home screen. And we can see, guys, the application has a very nice clean layout. We have the live section here. Now, you're not really going to see anything under movies or series because all of the playlist content will just appear under live TV. So if I now click on that, we can see once again, because of those categories, it's now sorted that content, sorted all of those channels in the correct category. Now, for example, just for a test, if I go over to documentary, I can click on that. We can see we have 48 channels for that category. And let's say, for example, I want to watch this Crime 360. I can click on that. And this in a couple of seconds will now make a connection to that source and then show us the content in that small preview window. And we can see it's done exactly that. And that again is a fantastic HD picture. Now, of course, if you want to switch over to full screen, you can just press the select button again. That's now in full screen. Now, the other great thing about this application is it does really have that cable TV-like interface. So now that we're inside a certain channel, if I now press down on the remote, this now takes us to the next channel, which is Docurama, and that then loads straight away. So navigating up and down, moving from channel to channel, they really have given you that cable TV-like experience. Let's go down one more time, just to confirm that's working. And we're now inside the law and crime channel. And that's working great. Now if I press back on the remote, we're back to this preview window here. And I can now find any other channel that I want. You can also add channels to your favorites very easily. Let's say, for example, to add in this one over here. You can long press the select button. And you have the option there to add to favorites. So let's add that in. Let's go over to automotive. Let's add in this Harley Davidson. Press and hold the select button. Click on add to favorite. And lastly, let's go to the kids section. Let's add in this Zumu. Press and hold the select button and click on add to favorites. And now we can see on the back here, and we can see there is a dedicated section for favorites. So I can now click on that and then see those channels I previously added. So that really is the best way you can take advantage of this playlist. Just go through the channels in all of the categories, find the ones that you regularly watch or the ones that definitely work for you, add them into your favorites, and the next time you start the application, you can go back to your favorites and then enjoy all the content from there. We can also search across all of the channels added by going to the magnifying glass on the top right. Let's click on that. And let's say, for example, we're looking for a certain content from Pluto TV. So I can now type in Pluto, for example, but of course you can search for any channel that you like. Click on next. And we can see straight away that's now gone through all of the categories and now shows you the channels that has Pluto in them. So for example, we can see we have Pluto TV Fail Army. Let's click on that just for a test. And again, we can see that's working straight away. And this is a great channel if you just like watching people fall over. So now the other thing you can do here is you can use the multi-screen feature. So if I now click on that, you can also choose the multi-screen layout. So let's say, for example, I'm only interested in watching two things side by side. I can go for this one over here, or if I want to go for a slightly wider aspect, I can select this one. But for this demonstration, let's just go for this one here, so 2 channels. And I now get the option to add those 2 channels into my own custom multi-screen. So let's click here. Is this Crime 360 channel? Let's click on that. Give that a second. That should then load into that small box. And we can see it's done that. And over here, let's click on that. And let's say, for example, with this one, we want to add in the science channel and just add in NASA TV. Let's click on that. And there we have it, guys. So we now have 2 separate channels on the screen at the same time. And whichever one you select or move the cursor over to, that's the one where you'll hear the audio from. So a great way for you to keep an eye on a couple of channels, maybe some sports channels or business channels. You can add them into that multi-screen view and then just watch whichever one you like. But that's working great. Let's back out of that. Now, as I mentioned before in my previous video, I am looking for a more up-to-date EPG list, which will cover all of these channels. But as you can imagine, with some of these playlists that have like 10,000 channels, it's not going to be an easy task, but I'm on the case. I'm looking for that list. So make sure you are subscribed. So that's all for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. As mentioned before, I'm looking for more of these playlists, especially the one with the EPGs. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell with all notifications. Do leave me a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.